Hey there, folks. We're going to talk about this, the Staccato HD. I've just come back from the range enjoying well, it wasn't quite 100 when I was out, but I'm sure it's over 100 now. Enjoying the lovely Arizona summer and shooting my Staccato HD. As you folks know, it's been kind of a mixed reaction, not just from me, but I think a lot of other people with this gun. It's expensive. It ticks all of the boxes if you're making a checklist gun for administrators. It's maybe entirely unnecessary. All right. But on the other side, it is a unique feel to a 2011. It's got that fatter grip, that different kind of balance point on it. It's a unique feeling 2011. It does take Glock mags for those interested in that. And it shoots nicely. I would say it's well balanced in terms of how it reciprocates, even if it's not the softest. That is the HD 4-inch. Now, earlier in the year when I checked out these guns for the first time, I shot this and its big brother, the HD 4.5 at Staccato's booth at SHOT Show. Now, my opinion at the time, this was January? Yeah, this was January. So at the time, I was like, okay, the 4-inch, it's not super interesting just because it's still a little bit snappy, but the 4.5, it shoots much, much, much softer. It's like a big difference, but it still retains all of these other features. And it's not like it's excessively big for a duty gun, like the intended application for these pistols. All right, so the one that I wanted initially was the 4.5, but lots of people liked the 4-inch gun and were interested in the 4, so I ended up getting the 4 straight away as soon as the HD was released. And I've had it. I've been working with this belt setup, and it's fine. It's going pretty well, all things considered. The biggest challenge for me is kind of dealing with this gun doesn't really have a hot spot for me, but due to the wider grip panel and a different holster setup, I'm just making sure I get on it properly and disengage the safety. It's been a thing I'm practicing with. Aside from that, it's pretty much all systems go with this gun. Now the question is, do I go in deeper, get the 4.5, because it'll be I'll have two guns that go on the same rig, so there'll be a backup gun. To me, it makes it a lot more interesting to take these guns, and I could use them for classes if it's appropriate for the class. Yeah, it's just like, do I go in deeper with this HD thing, or do I kind of cut my losses and leave now? Well, I put up a poll on Instagram, and it was 60-40 in favor of buying the HD 4.5, which is probably what I will do, and get in a little bit deeper because those have now been released. Let's go ahead and take your comments. I just posted a picture of the HD. We'll go ahead and take your comments on this thing. Come on, pull up the comments, guys. Instagram's being slow today. I don't love it. Oh. Anyway, yeah, it's been an interesting time. Shooting the gun this morning, it was just, it's like my opinion hasn't really shifted a whole lot. It's a good enough gun in a lot of senses. In other sense, it's totally redundant and expensive and unnecessary. All right. Should I get the 4.5 is the question I put up. Somebody said the real question is, does Bucky think it warrants the 4.5? Bucky, I think Bucky the Beaver of Bucky's fame. I don't know what he thinks, but the guy obviously sees the sticker on my gun box. Yes. Okay, another one. I'm too poor to answer this question. Meh is another answer. Yes, mine has been reliable and fun for 7,000 rounds. Here's another one. I ordered the 4.5 yesterday. I followed your 4 videos, but the 4.5 is the one I was waiting for. Yeah, to be honest, shooting them side by side, I thought the 4.5 was way more interesting because, like I said, it does all of the stuff that this gun does, but this, the kind of the thinking, like, hey, it's not as soft even as a Staccato P, for example. Well, the 4.5 changes that pretty dramatically. The 4.5 is the one people actually want to see. A lot of likes on that comment. Another comment. Here we go. It seems like the HD has been a bit of a flop. I'm not sure the 4.5 will do well enough to redeem it. There are a lot of great options in the market at this price point now. Well, yeah, I mean the Staccato 4.5 HD. I mean, they've got a range on their website. $2,700 for the standard one, $3,100 for the full-on premium. The standard package, you do get the gun, all right, but they don't DLC. They don't DLC coat the barrel, do they? They do. DLC coated slight block barrel, standard serrations, curved aluminum trigger, Amerigo blacked out front sight. Oh, okay. So if you buy the preferred package, you get the Magwell HD series Magwell, one extra magazine. Okay, that's another $100, $200 to get that, and you go $200 over that, and they actually do the slide cuts, give you another magazine, and the tritium front sight. Yeah, so probably as I would get the gun, it'd be $3,100 plus the optic. I mean, it's an expensive gun, no doubt. Respectfully, I'm not going to do the homework on some of this. Not relevant. Okay, these guys are arguing about the California thing. Yeah, that is one interesting thing about the HD. It is California compliant. I don't know how Staccato pulled that off. I think that's very difficult to do, but good on him for doing that. You got the money to play, try it out. Okay, it's still too expensive for the terrible optics system. That's a weird take if you ask me. Get the 4.5. I hear it's improved of the 4. You're the only reviewer worth watching. Okay, 4.5 seems better for EDC, so yeah, order one. It looks cool. That has to count for something. I'm going to jump and say no. All right, yeah. So, I think I'll be ordering a 4.5 in the pretty near future here. I don't really need more guns to be reviewing and testing. You guys know that. Looking over here, I've got the Canik I still got to shoot more. I've got those PDPs I haven't shot a lot. I've got the 365. I've got the 226. I've got a lot of guns to shoot anyway. But I don't love just having this one HD, because if I get another HD, then again, I have a backup that takes the same holster, the same belt. That would be appealing for me. And the 4.5 is the one people want to see. Anyway, I did go early and get the 4 anyway. So I'd be curious what you guys have to say in the comments. And I do read them sometimes. I do listen. So let's see what you guys have to say. Is it time to go in deeper down this HD road, or maybe cut my losses now and not get the 4.5?